42 Dugg serving life in prison after shocking evidence. At first, 42 Dugg's case wasn't a really big deal. The charges were pretty serious, but as long as he was cooperative, things would have completely been fine. But of course, 42 Dugg decided to be an ignorant guy and just couldn't follow guidelines for the life of him. Dugg was simply ordered to turn himself in at a scheduled date, and all he would have had to do is serve 6 months inside a jail camp. The judge was lenient with 42 Dugg and gave him the benefit of the doubt, but because 42 Dugg failed to show up and turn himself in, he made the judge regret being lenient with him. So the judge has no mercy and is now planning on punishing 42 Dugg big time on his next court date. Dugg is currently being held in a small local jail waiting for his court date to arrive, and when it does, it'll be very interesting to see how things play out between his legal team and the judge. 42 Dugg is in some deep trouble, and his case has only managed to get even more interesting over the years. If you didn't know, this same case originally started when Dugg was caught lacking back in 2019. He was caught with illegal substances and firearms at the same time. Dugg and his team have been fighting this case long and hard, and they actually managed to get him off the hook. That is until his ignorant decision of not showing up to jail camp. Now, 42 Dugg is looking at facing life in prison. His whole career and celebrity lifestyle might be going to waste, and his legal team isn't able to pull things off one last time. For today's video, we'll be diving deeper into detail on 42 Dugg's case and why he might be serving life in prison. Welcome to Line Report. We post daily rap news and updates that you really should know about if you're a fan. For more videos like this one, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to leave a like and comment keyword 42 Dugg to enter a chance of winning our brand new iPhone giveaway. Back in 2019, 42 Dugg and his homies got pulled up on by the police while they were riding out on tour. Dugg and his homies had a bunch of illegal substances on them, which is one thing, but they knew they were really screwed when the cops found their firearms. Having one or the other is one thing, but having both at the same time is a big no-no. This case ended up getting very interesting, and with all the people that were involved, Dugg managed to see his way towards a lighter punishment. Some of his homies that were with him are serving serious time in the big house as we speak. With Dugg basically being the leader of the crew and the man who brings all the money to the table, his realest homies ended up taking the blame. But Dugg wasn't let off the hook that easily. The judge sentenced him to 6 months in a jail camp. The instructions were made very easy for 42 Dugg to follow. Show up to court on a specific date, serve 6 months in a jail camp, and leave. But of course, you gotta stay out of trouble while you're there. Otherwise, your 6 months will turn into a year or maybe even longer. I guess these instructions were too much for 42 Dugg to follow because he didn't show up, and that's the reason he might be looking at facing a long time behind bars. 42 Dugg could have simply served his 6 months in a camp and been done with things, but the rap industry might be losing him for a much longer time than we expected. It'll be interesting to see how 42 Dugg's next court case goes. His legal team has had a lot of work to do since the feds pulled up to 42 Dugg's private jet and arrested him on site. Dugg was on a flight back home from Memphis, and as soon as he landed at home, there was police waiting for him. Right when he saw them, he tried convincing the pilot to take off and fly him back to Memphis, but the pilot refused to do so because they were running low on fuel. With 42 Dugg's luck, he had no choice but to go with law enforcement, and now has to wait behind bars until his next court hearing. Dugg was enjoying his time in Memphis. He messed up when the NBA showed him on the screen during the Grizzlies vs. Golden State game. It was kind of hard for 42 Dugg to not appear on screen considering he had floor seats to the game. Dugg is actually one of the wealthiest rappers in the game, and not only has he managed to make a bunch of money from rapping, it's said that he has a cool $11 million sitting in his bank account. Not to mention he owns his own private jet and very exotic cars. 42 Dugg is a little version of Lil Baby, and if he and his legal team manage to beat this case, I think he'll be able to become a #1 artist, just like Lil Baby did. Baby and Dugg's hit songs called We Paid is what started these guys' relationship. 42 Dugg paid big bucks for a feature with Lil Baby, and it was one of the best financial decisions he's ever made, considering it took his rap career from 0 to 100 real quick. The Line Report team will be paying close attention to the latest updates, so be sure to subscribe to our channel to be notified. Also, don't forget to leave a like and comment keyword 42 Dugg to enter a chance of winning our brand new iPhone giveaway. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.